Hello everyone, welcome again. In this Python tutorial, we are going to learn about functions in Python. So functions and methods in Python will look very similar. There is a minor difference between functions and method, which we'll cover in later tutorial. But as of now, I might use functions and methods interchangeably because in terms of definition and usage, they will look exactly similar. Okay, so we'll start from very basic. What exactly is a function and what is the relevance of a function in Python? So Python function, or any function when we say in a programming language, is basically it is a set of steps that you define within a piece of code that you can reuse at multiple places. Now, how it is helpful? So basically, say for example, you are writing a calculator program, right? Or calculator logic. Now, for calling the calculator or addition, subtraction, or basically mathematical operations, if you try to write whenever, say for example, there is a requirement to do certain calculation, you need to write the logic to do the calculation within the particular code. Now, if you have to do this logic 1,000 times in your application, then you have to write that same piece of code at 1,000 places. Instead of that, functions come to rescue. So you define a function and then you call that function at those particular places in your application. In terms of automation, I'll give an example. Say for example, there is a login page, right? So login functionality or login process can be captured within one function. And then whenever you are trying to write a particular test case which requires login, you just call that login function and provide the username and password and then go ahead and do the testing. So functions are very, very important, and in automation, in Selenium with Python automation, we'll be using them a lot. So let me quickly create a new Python file and I'll name it as functions. Okay, so the file is ready, functions in Python. So till now, what we have been doing is, say for example, I have to add two numbers. Okay, so what we were doing is, I will say I had an variable x. Okay, and then say for example, I want to add 5 plus 9. Okay, now that's what we were doing. And now if I have to print it, so I'll print the sum. Okay, so if I run this, you will see the sum has been printed. Now at some part of our program, say for example, we need this same addition logic again. So what we'll do is we'll again define, say for example, a variable, and then we'll again pass on the values that we want to add and then print that particular variable. Okay, so this is not the good approach because we are basically duplicating this addition logic again and again. So usually this is very raw example. Usually we'll store certain values in the variable. Say for example, x holds certain value, y holds certain value, and then as part of z we are, say for example, adding these values and then printing z on the console. So that's the addition. Similarly, if I have to do same addition logic at some other position in the program, I'll do similar thing. I'll define different variables. So here, so for example, I define different variables a, b, and c, and then print c, right? So this is how you will do if you will follow the traditional approach. Okay, now with the function, what we can do is we can define this overall logic into one and then reuse that function or call that function wherever we need. So the keyword to define a function is def. So if you start with def, and here we'll say addition and the colon, and after that, say for example, I want to add two numbers, so I'll simply say 12 plus 15 or 35, whatever. Okay, now let me remove all of this. Now this is what the simplest sort of method that you can, or function that you can define in this particular file. Now I have to call this method. I can simply call addition. So before calling, let me just try to execute this. Okay, you'll see nothing has been printed. So because we haven't called this function at all. So in order to call this function, you just simply in the PyCharm start typing addition and this will appear in the tip. So simply call this function and run it. Right, so you'll see 47 has been printed, which is the sum of the values that we have passed within this function. Now if I have to call this function again at some other place in my program, I can call again. right? And if I run this, you will see that twice this addition has been printed. Now, here we have hard-coded these values in the function. So usually how you will do it in the real cases, say for example, you have a variable x which holds certain value, then there is a variable y which holds certain value, right? So you can do x plus y as well, which is sort of similar thing that we have done here. Now we can also use the arguments. Say for example, whenever I want to use this addition functionality, I want to use different arguments in the addition function. So what we can do is we can pass the two arguments there. So we can simply say x comma y, right? So I'll remove these, and these two are the parameters which will accept the values. And now here what we'll do is we'll simply say print x plus y. So whatever you will be passing within these two functions will be added and printed. Okay. So say for example, now as part of the first addition call or the function call, I want to add 45 and 45. Okay. And in the second one, I want to add 12 and 34. Okay. So if I run this now, you will see in the first case, 90 has been printed, and in the second case, 46 has been printed, right? So this is the advantage of defining a function and then calling that function again and again in future places in your code, because it will provide better maintainability and reduce the duplication of the code within your program. Now, if we try to correlate the same example with the Selenium example, say for example, you are doing the functional testing of the application which has the login functionality. So rather than putting the login functionality steps in each and every test case, we'll be defining a function. So we'll simply write something like, we'll say def login, and then which will accept two arguments. So it will accept username and password. Okay. And then here we'll have the steps basically to define. So here we'll say pwd, and this particular login function will have all the steps here. So we'll be having step 1, step 2. So all the logic that goes there for the login functionality of the page. So that test will go here, and then whichever test case will be requiring the login functionality, we'll simply call this login function and provide the arguments there. So we'll provide the username and password with which we are trying to log in, right? So there will be role-based testing as well. So for example, manager is logging to the application, what sort of access he or she should be having. So you'll log in with different sort of roles. You'll provide different username and password, and that's where this functions and defining the function and reusing the function is basically very, very important. We'll be using this a lot. So practice this a lot and understand about the functions in Python in detail. So that's all for this particular tutorial. I hope this was helpful and clear. Thank you very much for watching.